Well, hello everybody, welcome back to my Let's Play on Spellforce 3, so 148. Okay, this episode we are looking to chat with Elena and Uma, probably upgrade everyone if we can, and possibly buying some new stuff for the human race. I want to finish off and start working on the elven race. So I'd like to start using the elves or the orcs a little bit, but I kind of want to use the race that's strongest for me right now, and the one that's unlocked, of course, is the humans. And we just had a little word with her. She unloaded on us basically about what happened to her, how she had a lover, he loved her, she could handle that, she was the best at what she was doing, only 4 I think out of 20 can pass the priesthood that she was going for, and then his friend got in his ear and basically tricked her into, with a key, so no break-in, going into the forbidden priestess area, library, whatever, and then teased her and convinced her, and she wanted to impress him, so she accepted, opened a book and read the spell. She did, set the place on fire, they put it out, not much damage, he left with him and all his friends, denied everything that happened, and she was basically told to had her priesthood removed, and she's been sentenced, I think, solitude, I think she was getting at somewhere, for the rest of her life, but the night before, they put her back in her own room, don't know if she didn't care or whatever, and she decided to run, and then she ran into us. So that's her story. And apparently if a finger above it means something I spoke about before is actually got new stuff. So, what's this? Help Bishop with a further armor improvements. Discard to all players. Great subtraction. Yeah, okay. So I guess we don't need to go over to him yet.
Will do.
We definitely need to talk to. These two, I believe, they sang with each other, and see if anyone else he's talking with. So this episode's probably covering this again, and next episode we actually get out there with the dragons and stuff like that. Hopefully. Can I actually? Yeah, I was gonna say needs to be given access to everyone to level them again, doesn't it? Hopefully it doesn't come out here. I do a little thing, hi everyone, and then they all separate and I can do it, fingers crossed. Because I leveled him, but I haven't been able to level anyone else yet. I'm starting to get the trust from certain members, that's good. They're starting to trust me here and there, and that means I'm unlocking their main ability. I still have to put a point into it. I'm hoping I can start doing, like when I get hold of her, I'm hoping I've got to point straight into it, because everyone needs leveling now. I already have Gora, trust me, hopefully I'll put a point straight to his, as I'm trying to work on mine, get mine down for that Devourer, or the lesser Devourers that are full-grown Devourers, he's a lesser one, and obviously put 2 points into that. And then that way I've unlocked my potential power, and they're unlocking their potential powers, and we're all so much stronger, tougher, and all that. I'm quite curious what level we go up to, what's the limit of this. So I'm trying to remember Spellforce 1 and what the limit of that one was. I know with the second expansion, it increased that limit. I don't think it's either 20 or 30, and then it went up to like 50, I think. I don't remember 100%, I have to like bring the game up and load it up and have a look what the final levels were. Okay, so it's probably in the middle, have a chat with these, and then we'll start looking at stuff. Actually, we can access them all now, beautiful. So hopefully, what does this do? Become revived when you die. It'll be triggered once every 100 hours. Oh, nice! So she dies, she's alive again, and then I'll have to wait 120 seconds for it to rework. Well, that's cool, it's definitely. And her weapon's dexterity based, right? And strength, that's more dexterity, so the dexterity should be the focus. Oh, actually, what's this for? Also increase focus. I'm going to go with this. Critical. His is available to temporarily encase yourself in a stone and become invulnerable, immune against all damage. Oh, is that just an extra ability appear though? Because his is like passive, right? Perk. Oh, okay, his is ability, so it's going to actually cancel out something else he has. I guess it's his main, so we should learn it. What's his main weapon? Is strength and dexterity, so yeah, I'll go with the constitution, strength. I think the better is perked when you kill an enemy, that's cool. Dexterity and strength. Well, pushes willpower to the max. I haven't really put that for an actual fact, so we go on dexterity. His is intelligence and willpower. Also increase your instant magical resistance. Should focus regeneration. I'll let him get it up quicker. Block chance and also increase your critical. That'd probably be good. I'm going to go with that because I think when he's in his form, that's probably better. She shifts to Tri-Beater. Transform into Tri-Beater. Yes. So he's another one I'm going to have to mix with the thingy a little bit. So his ability. Focus on strength and dexterity. You die quite easy too though. So I'm going to put you that up. He doesn't like me enough for this yet. I'll max this out. Keep going with that. Chance deal. Oh, I just realised it says. Oh, we get up to it. I was going to say it's a 21. Oh yeah, it'll be the last one. Does 21 be the highest? If you don't tell me. Not yet. Yeah, on that one. Power left, push this 30 up, so we'll do that with her. Let's get that to Moles, this one do. Certain chance to apply each damage type to target enemy. Yeah. Intelligence is maxed out. Do willpower. Kinda wish I could put it in here. Ooh, I just realised. Sugar. About to talk to these two, it might unlock their thingy. I just wasted it. Sugar, I should have talked to them first. Nuts. Did a mistake. Well, I do have the potions, but I'll be wasted for that. And then again, look how close we are. So yeah, another mission, and that'll be 19, won't it, we? So yeah, if it is a waste, I'll do it next time. What's this? Leech all. Yeah, go for it. Let's see if it was a waste.
Yes, Corporal? How can I help?
I'd like to know more about the friend you lost. An assassin. About you being an assassin. That looks new.
About you being an assassin. You said that you might be willing to tell me more about that another time. How about now?
I'm still not certain.
Not ready.
The question really is, do you want to know? It might change something.
Such as?
Such as?
Your perception of me. It is your choice.
Yeah. Maybe we should leave it like that. I wouldn't have asked otherwise.
Well, I wouldn't have asked otherwise. Tell me.
All right. Where should I begin?
Yeah, it's gonna look, isn't it?
Do you remember what I told you about that man who bought me from the Greyfell Bazaar? My owner? I also told you that after an incident, he discovered my talents and made me an assassin.
Okay,
I remember
that bit now.
But what does that have to do with your morality?
It's complicated. The incident took place at a festivity. A lot of highly influential people were there. Servants of the crown, wealthy merchants, nobles. My master knew all of Greyfell's elites. As always, at these festivities, it was my and the other slaves' responsibility to ensure the guests' well-being. It must have been close to midnight when a man took me into his chambers. I'd learned to play along years ago because resisting only made it worse. This time, however, was different. For some reason, that man wanted me to tell him that I loved him. I did, but he kept on telling me that I should say it like I really mean it. When I couldn't, he got angrier and angrier and started choking me. I had almost lost consciousness when I felt something break. I don't know how else to put it. It was as if my mind simply cracked open, like a crystal ball smashed against a mirror. And all of a sudden, that man and I weren't separate entities anymore.
I don't follow.
My magic, my dream weavery. That's when it broke free.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
You probably don't know this, but the only way to become a dreamweaver is by shattering your mind.
Ah, sounds painful.
You are opening yourself to the thoughts and emotions of others, but you lose your own.
Don't feel?
Wait, Dreamweavers don't feel and think?
No, we do. But it's differently than normal people. Me. The Iana you're talking with is the result of long work and studying of human behavior. I know how to blend in. To seem like I'm just like you. But the world inside my head is an entirely different one. Again, it is almost impossible to put into words if you're not a Dreamweaver yourself.
What happened to the man?
I killed him. It wasn't a conscious choice.
Sounds like it.
Looking back, I even think that shattering my mind was my body's way of ensuring survival.
Sounds that way too.
I closed my eyes, reached out for the man's mind, and just crushed it.
Ow.
The man gasped, lost balance, and fell right off the bed. He wasn't dead yet, but unable to move.
Puppet, wow.
Like a puppet rid of its strings. At first I was disoriented. But then I felt it, for the first time. The urge.
To kill him?
Yes. To massacre
Wow.
him. Hear his screams. To see his life taken by my hand. I grabbed a lantern that was standing on a bedside table and knelt over him, and... well, you can picture the rest. To get back to your original question, that urge, it stuck with me. I think that the moment when my mind shattered and I became a Dreamweaver was what unlocked it. Ever since then, I've found violence and bloodshed to be ecstatic, erotic even. And when I kill someone, like I killed that man, I feel alive. Actually, it's one of the few times I am capable of feeling anything at all.
Huh. And this is why you became an assassin?
Yes. My master introduced me into the craft. Probably because he knew that my Dreamweavery had changed me. I wasn't just a slave child anymore. I was a weapon now. More than that, even. I needed what these new tasks my master sent me on provided me with. It had become a basic need of mine. Of course, I briefly considered changing my profession after my master had his accident. But I didn't. Killing is something I need, as much as a child needs the love of his mother. If I don't feed my urge, I will die. Not physically.
Basically, make her room more be good.
But mentally.
So you can stop her killing when she shouldn't.
I just know
kill
this.
when we need it. No way to cure you. Don't you feel guilt? No.
But is there no way to cure you? To return your mind to its original state?
No, there isn't.
Don't you feel guilt?
What about your victims? Don't you ever feel guilt?
Once again, Tahar, I do not feel emotions the way you do.
Yeah, it's already told us that. Get my guy
Of course,
stupid.
I wonder if I made a mistake. But my reflections are purely based on theory. But then again, I don't accept just any contract. The way Leonider described you, you were a monster in human disguise. And that's the first principle I try to live by.
Oh, of course you're killing the right people.
Criminals first. The second one is never kill a mother or a child, regardless of the pay.
We have some rules. That's good. I know, but
What? No children? How noble.
There's no need for sarcasm. I know that my restrictions may seem ridiculous to you.
But what if you're wrong? If you kill an innocent?
That has happened before, and it will happen again.
yeah,
You
you kill
see,
me.
I do not consider myself some kind of vigilante, some kind of judge. Ultimately, I know that I am what society would call a murderer, and that I do what I do for myself, above all else.
I think that's what I was expecting.
Well, it was definitely not what I was expecting.
I can imagine.
It's a lot to take in.
That's a lot to take in.
I know. Now, tell me, Tahar. Do you regret asking me this question?
No, it's good I know.
Knowing all this, do you think I'm a monster?
I was going to say part of me feels yes, but then part of me doesn't with the fact she kills criminals. She specifically goes after people she thinks monsters or criminals, and she does leave kids and women alone, even though technically The only thing I have against that situation is you're a female yourself and you go around murdering people. Well, I just say you didn't care and you went for innocent people on purpose. You wouldn't take the contract to kill yourself. Well, kill her, should I say. When she's a monster. But then again, would you class it because she's a monster? I don't know. You are... And do you regret asking? You're not.
You're not.
Really? That's
no, you got the criminals and stuff.
Anyway, I would like some time for myself now. I hope you understand.
Okay, it hasn't unlocked it, so that's good. I'm kind of glad in a way that I didn't unlock it then. Because that means I didn't waste this one. Well, I did it with this guy though.
Let's see.
So, back on your feet again, aren't you? Good, because there's plenty of work ahead of us. Do you think you can handle it? Leading the troops, I mean?
Unless that's for her to go back to, or it could be for him. Or wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't I?
Well, you've obviously been through a lot. Finding out that your mother's a shaper,
This is the same as before.
and that you are the result of some experiment,
They're not taught to him properly when I'm supposed to.
that leaves scars, whether you want it to or not. At least all that explains why your aura has always felt so strange. You're not human. At least not entirely.
I guess I'm not.
I guess I'm not.
Makes you more interesting, though. Either way, we'll find a way to get your mother back.
So I guess that means you're staying.
Yeah, you get... Now we should probably get...
Right.
You will.
Okay, it's still here then. Same stuff. Ah. Wonder what made you leave Cordon.
I'm still wondering what made you leave Kalea and travel the world to study demonology.
You're not letting this one go,
I
are
guess
you?
you're gonna tell me.
Alright, if your life depends on it, I'll tell you. To make it short, I grew up in the slums of Kalea. A shithole if ever there was one.
Gotta do to Kalea.
Just imagine an entire quarter made up of half-ruined shacks with the smell of shit and piss everywhere.
Wow.
And way too many people. Then add the tropical heat to it and you've got the place I grew up in.
Yeah.
My father had left right after I was born. My mother is what you call a day laborer. Though the days when she wasn't laboring outweighed the ones when she did. Whatever job there was, she took it. Even if it was cleaning the shit out of Kalaean canals. She worked hard, but it just wasn't enough. We lived in a windowless room and I shared a bed with my mother for the first 14 years of my life. Long story short, after a while my mother simply couldn't cover the expenses anymore. The rent for our room went up and jobs became less and less. Since the mage wars in Northander also affected the trade in Kalea.
Okay.
So my mother looked for someone to help her out. And found one. A man named Creo.
Okay.
He was a loan shark who had it all.
Course, loan shark.
A stupid name and a shady beard. 2 lackeys who followed him wherever he went. And above all, a complete lack of what other people would call decency.
I think I can see where this is going.
Sure you
pay it
can.
back.
It's not the most
You
unique of
killed her or beat
stories,
the
is it?
snot of her.
To cut to the chase, 1 year later we were in massive debt. Creo suggested my mother another way of making up for it.
Humpy Humpy?
You can fill in the blanks. I was just too weak. Over and over this fucking bastard came. Had my mother tell me to go for a walk. And every time I had no choice but to obey. Do you have any idea how it feels to heart?
Powerless.
To be that powerless? I remember one day I looked in the mirror and realized how much I hated the boy I saw. I hated his body with all its frail bones, his small arms, his bloodshot wet eyes. And that's when I decided to change things. So the next time he came, I fought back.
How did that go?
What do you think? He beat me up. And it was the same next time and
So
the
you got
time
used to
after
going back as
that.
beating you.
At first he found it funny. But after the 4th time he threatened to kill me. The only thing that stopped him from doing it is because my mother begged him to. And I had only made it worse. On my 14th name day I left home and joined up with the Kalaean sand
This
prowlers.
is 40-50, I'm
My
assuming.
mother begged me not to go. But I just couldn't. Standing there and watching this fucking bastard walk into our room again and again whenever he felt like it. I just couldn't. Dying would have been better than staying. The way I figured it was that if I earned enough money to pay mother's debts, Creo would leave her alone. Once I was strong enough, I'd come back.
Back and be pregnant, she's dead.
Wait for him to show up again. And then... well, you can imagine the rest.
I think I can. So who were these sand prowlers?
A group of mercenaries. They took me in and trained me. And even though they were skeptical at first, they quickly realized that my determination made up for what my body was lacking.
That's good now.
When I was 16 and I discovered my magic, one of their leaders made me his apprentice. The arcane universities are a shithole made up of boy-loving old geezers who care more about how you wear your hair than about your magic.
Okay.
I'll tell you the real thing. And that she did.
What? I'll teach you the real thing. And then that she did. Huh? I'll get that bit. I realised that my determination made up for it. Yeah. When I was 16 in a school of magic, one of their leaders made me his apprentice. Universities are the sheer word made up of boy-loving, so they really want to hump him. Geezers who care more about how you wear your hair than about your magic. I'll teach you the real thing. And that she did. I don't get the last sentence. I'll teach you the real thing. And that she did. Time to work out.
What about your plan to pay your mother's debts?
I don't really get that
Did that
sentence,
work out?
Well, I thought so at first, but we'll get there.
I'd like to work with the sand prowlers.
What was it like to work with the sand prowlers?
Well, if you were hoping for stories of sex, adventure, and intrigue, I have to disappoint you. Most of it was nasty stuff. Fighting in wars which you knew were wrong. Beating up people who were practically helpless.
Oh.
But then again, the Chilean Guard was no better than that. It was a case of pick your poison.
Apparently so. That mystery also deduced you to demonology.
Was that sand prowler mage also who introduced you to demonology?
What?
No.
No. She was a mediocre mage at best. The most powerful thing she could do was lighting someone's hair on fire. Though, of course, she didn't see it that way. After 1 year, I was already stronger than her. And I started my own studies.
Oh, that's what that she did. I had it in my head they were all guys as the mages. But basically, this female mage liked him. That's what it was. Okay, got you. Did you ever return to your mother?
Huh. So did you ever return to your mother?
Of course. On my 18th name day.
18th birthday.
I had wanted to return earlier, but a contract had me kept overseas for a lot longer than I had expected.
She dead? Well, pregnant.
Sorry. It's strange to talk about it.
What happened?
My mother. She was gone.
Right.
Her room had been cleared out, and the neighbors told me she passed away unexpectedly just 3 weeks before I arrived.
That's ball.
Her heart just stopped beating.
Probably because she didn't think he was coming back. I bet you why. She thought he was dead or not coming back.
I'm sorry.
Why? It was a natural death. She was old when she gave birth to me, and the life on the Chilean streets isn't forgiving. In other words, it was bound to happen. I went into the room and looked for our stash. A small casket under the floorboards. I found it, opened it, and saw all the money I'd sent her over the years.
So...
Didn't use it?
She never used it to pay Creo as I instructed
Why?
her. I have no idea why, but my best guess is that she thought it was mine since I earned it. She was that kind of person, you know? No matter how hard fate punched her in the face, she clung on to her ideals. Always did what was right rather than what was good for herself. And look what she got in return.
Did you ever visit the grave? You probably went to Creole, I bet you.
Did you ever visit her grave?
Okay, yes.
I did, but it was a mass grave. Dozens of corpses, all piled onto each other, and some earth shoveled on top of it. I threw up when I saw it, and never came back after that.
What about Creo?
Well, as you can imagine, I went to look for him. Right after I was able to think straight again.
But
he was gone.
Where?
I don't know. I asked everywhere and everyone who could know, and they either didn't or gave me different information. After a while, I gave up.
Why?
Because people like Creo are just a reality we have to deal with. I could have killed him, but what good would it have done?
Because you can find him.
My mother was dead, and no amount of bloodshed and gut tearing could have changed that.
we were into it at some point. You can
the world doesn't give a fuck about your ideals, Tahar. About doing the right thing.
No.
That's just the shit we tell ourselves to help us sleep at night. You eat or you get eaten. It's that simple. I wasn't strong enough when I should have been. And that's why I couldn't help her. That will never happen again.
We need ideals. Yeah.
I see where you're coming from. But without ideals, we'd be living in the claws
we need goals to...
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. To wrap up the story,
down.
I enrolled at the university from the money my mother saved for me.
That's good.
Turned out the Sand Prowler mage was wrong. There were some boy-loving professors, but they knew their shit.
Yeah.
We studied and practiced until there was nothing left to study. Then I found out about demonology and the power in it. I quit university, and I've been traveling ever since. Taking jobs as a mercenary here and there, but above all, improving my skills. My last stop was Bargagora to summon a devourer.
What are you after?
And what are you after, in the long run?
I don't know. I'll find out when I get there.
Huh. Interesting story. Thanks for your trust, Uran.
Sure. Hope you're happy.
Okay, what's it is? Okay. That's a new skill. Full of elders. Ah, and I used it up. Very effect. Summon a more powerful demon. Oh, that'd be amazing. Do I dare reset him? Do I dare reset him? I'm gonna save. I'm not that far off. Do I? Actually, how much is it? Yeah, not that far off. Yeah, I won't reset him yet. But what I do need to check is the spell abilities. Oh, it's not showing me. It's in orders, not. Oh, it's scrolling good. I was going to say it's not showing the other people. Okay, so who had the special? Wasn't perk based. Yours is perk based, so it still works, wouldn't it? Can only be triggered once every 20 seconds. I don't need to equip that, do I? No, good, good. Yours I do. Oh, actually, I have like 2 versions. An infusion. Ice Might, reset all cooldowns. Deal damage to all enemies in the large target area if cast as Fire Might, remove upon casting if fireball damage is increased. Decrease all resistance. Oh, that's just a weakened one. Play immune against damage. Look at that, boom. Kind of feel they should be more set thingy, so the boom and then desperation. So these ones he can use when he's in battle, and boom, desperation for that. You don't have a special one yet. You need this one to be the strongest. I don't use bear much, so I'm feeling the bear one temporarily. And maybe keep bear on that version. Why not? Yours you don't have yet. Doppelganger, what's this one? Summon decoy. Siphon. Decoy type position applies tainted to nearby enemies. Explodes upon death or expiration damage on. Ooh, that's quite good. Is that better than Doppelganger? Create 2 Doppelgangers at type position to 5 feet. No, I think that's better. Leaks life from the target enemy, reduce all cooldowns. Teleport to target enemy and deal triple damage. No, I think it's just fine what she's got. Yeah, I think I'll do. Oh, cool. You can see the perks here. So these automatically happen. You don't have to do any of these. Ooh, this could be where I can see if any of that thingy is. Yeah, but the most. You know, what we're keeping live. I thought it was to do with me or him. Oh, is he not in the group? Where is he? Oh, he's out of the group now. Fudge. If it's him, I'm not going to know. 3 additional focus points. Cost 20% less. Increase focus regeneration. Auto attack. Increase auto attack. Just item cost. No chance. Nope. Reborn. Become a revival and die. Every time you drink a health potion, you gain a small amount. Focus additional. I need to buy some potions too, don't I? Arch regeneration. Less focus on cast. Reduce. Large permanently increase your maximum health. Leech life, increase maximum health, chance of attack. Focus, cost, yeah. Deals against light races, human doing okay. All attack, okay. We've got a lot of perkies. My fingers. Generate focus when you kill an enemy, regenerate points, additional fire damage, increase block, increase spell. Reduce cooldowns, increase critical, mark of every enemy you attack, all attacks against. Okay, so maybe he had it then. We won't die. Otherwise I'm going to have to Google and look it up myself at some point. Okay. So I need to get some potions. Throw them in.
Got it.
quickly back to potions, but 30 minutes I'm going to end this. The next episode, more likely, I'll sort out the buying a little bit, or might do a bit of channel, just say. Who are you? Come here.
Interesting.
What can I do for you today?
That's how I want to equip the Wayfarers.
I want to equip the Wayfarer.
I had hoped as much.
Oh, you're the guy I haven't got
What do you
bought
need?
yet. What's your potion? Any potions? How are we doing for weapons and stuff? Yeah, I don't have much to get a bit here. Yeah, so probably do this on the channel or next episode a little bit, we'll see. Because I've got 40 now, so it's 2 by potions.
Good choice.
Good choice, not to buy from you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it you?
Tandai Tahar. Come to trade?
Any pig? Yeah,
Where
there
we
we go.
travel?
Cook flames, oh. Okay, the bottom ones had potions, didn't they? How many left so many?
A fair offer.
I need red potions. Okay, come to this one. Okay, go in there quick.
What do we need?
So I think they all had red potions, didn't they? Maybe they don't restock them.
Now would you look at that?
Is it you?
What is it?
I would like to train the elves. Yeah.
I would like to train.
Well, if you have the
we
coin,
do.
I might be able to help. Let's see.
Beautiful. Push a fresh start. Ah, they got some here. 17. So I can always buy some here if I need to. Where's your other dude? He is right there. Because they were very useful when I'm in trouble. And the other heals don't come through. Or at least keep someone in the game a bit longer for the other heals to come through.
Let's see. Now would you look at that?
Look at that.
Yes,
Yes.
Have you come to see the fruits of my labor?
I'm sure I've got something that might spark your interest.
Hoping that thing
You
is.
know how to bargain, don't you?
Do I? Thank you very much. Okay, where's the old guy? He's probably got some.
Interesting.
I think the old guy is here? No, here. That's the old guy, isn't it? Here.
Now would you look at that?
So there's really the potion now sorted. So if we do come back and decide to go on a mission instead of sorting out the inventory stuff,
Let's see.
at least I got plenty of potions. Pushed him.
Zalraka, what do you need?
I want to train the fire.
All right. Here's what we can do.
Ah. Hopefully they reset these, but by look at them, they're not going to, so we're going to buy them all. There we go. And I'm thinking, because there's this up here, there's going to be one up here. Unless I see someone else to train with, I don't think it is. It must have another guy, though. Must have less stuff. Don't know, they'll go up here. I'm hoping there'll be another one of
Will do.
these I can unlock very quickly. Nope. This way I think was
Understood.
defending from, wasn't it? Oh, interesting, there isn't one. I thought there would be. Maybe look what's in here quick.
Will do.
This is one thing I like with the third person. You could actually look, even though you didn't unlock this yet, and go straight ahead you can see the stuff up there. So you go, oh, I can see that from here. You know, it's not, the shadows haven't uncovered it. So you can actually see there's something up here to go to first.
Got it.
Can we cross this river? I'll see something over here. No.
Will do.
Apparently it doesn't have one, but I guess this bit doesn't either, does it? So. Maybe a little treasure chest? Nothing? At all?
Got it.
Apparently not. The human one. So I'll just send them through here and then we'll think we're end the episode here. So please like, please subscribe to you next time. I've been IVATOPia. And like I said, next episode I'll decide to sort out my inventory, or might do it off channel, or we'll just get straight into a mission. What's the dragon we're looking for? Anyway, have a great day out there. See you next time. Bye everybody, have a great wonderful day as I come running through the portal as we speak. And bye!